brought to you by Penguin.
The Glass House by Eve Chase. Read by Katherine Press. Chapter 1. Rita, Forest of Dean, 4th of August, 1971. The forest looks like it'll eat them alive, thinks Rita. The light's gone a weird green, and branches are thrashing against the car's windows. She tightens her grip on the steering wheel. The lane narrows further. Wondering if she's missed the turning to the house, or if it's around the next corner, she takes a bend too fast, then slams her foot on the brake. Rita sucks in her breath, her eyes widening behind the Morris Minor's insect-spattered windscreen. She's not sure what she was expecting. Something smarter, more Harrington. Not this. Behind a tall, rusting gate, Foxcote Manor erupts from the undergrowth, as if a geological heave has lifted it from the woodland floor. A wrecked beauty, the old house's mullioned windows blink drunkenly in the stippled evening sunlight. Colossal trees overhang a sweep of red-tiled roof that sags in the middle, like a snapped spine, so the chimneys tilt at odd angles. Ivy suckers up the timber and brick-gabled facade, dense, bristling, alive with dozens of tiny darting birds, a billowing veil of bees. It's as far from the Harringtons' elegant London townhouse as Rita could possibly imagine. For a moment, no one in the car speaks. Unseen, in the trees, a woodpecker drums its territorial tattoo. Sweat trickles down the back of Rita's left knee. Only now does she register her hands are shaking. Although she's done her best to disguise it from Jeannie and the children, she's been panicky ever since they turned onto the forest road, almost 5 hours after leaving London. It's not just the worry she'll kill her precious passengers. Every so often her vision has actually shuddered, disoriented by all the soaring trees, the lack of sky, and the knowledge of quite how hard a tree trunk is when hit at 50 miles an hour. Now they've survived the journey, she covers her mouth with her hand. Everything's still going too fast. How on earth has she ended up here? A forest, of all places. She hates forests. It was meant to be a London nannying job. 14 months ago, Rita had never been to London. But she dreamed of it longingly. The Rita she might be there, far away from Torquay, everything that had happened. And the metropolitan family, just like the darlings in Peter Pan, who'd embrace her as their own. They'd live in a tall, warm house that didn't have a coin-gobbling electricity meter like Nan's bungalow did. She'd get a bedroom of her own, with a desk and a shelf, perhaps a view of the churning, thrilling city. And the mother she worked for would be, well, perfect. Someone delicate and kind and soft. Cultured, with tiny earlobes and fluttery bird-like hands. Like her own mother, whom Rita hazily remembered. Everything she'd lost in the accident. And that a bit of her kept searching for. On the morning of the interview, she'd gazed up at the Primrose Hill houses' sugar-white stucco and cascading wisteria, and immediately known this was it. Her new home. Her new family. She could feel a tingling sensation, like the first fizz of pins and needles, as she'd knocked on the smart front door, her heart scudding beneath her best blouse that didn't look best in London. Now it's her second best blouse, packed in the boot along with any other clothes, practical, plain, rarely long enough in the arm or leg, she could salvage after the fire that tore through that London house last weekend. Even after the long cycle at the laundrette, her clothes still whiff of smoke. Rita glances across at Jeannie in the passenger seat. Wearing a new haul from Harrods, she's defiantly dressed for London.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?